What up? What up? It's your boy Marco from Upside Down Studios. It is What the Fuck Wednesday. I'm gonna start this off a little bit early today. Um, Once again, it's just me. Forgive the dogs in the background. It's my neighbors. I'm supposed to do. So before we get kicked off the air or the algorithm decides to tell me to go fuck myself or whatever tonight, um, first of all, I'd like to say, check out um, Michael Bradley's website, Big Grape, the Grapevine. We got a show coming up here this Friday up at the Kava Bar up in Cleveland. Come and check us out. It's gonna be comedy. It's gonna be music. We're gonna have a costume contest, all that shit there. Come and check us out. Also check out John Huff and Next Gen Productions. We got some shows coming up with John in November. Live shows around local area here. So if you're around here, come and check that out. Also, check out Lex Vegas. He got a bunch of shit going on. And last but not least, Andrew Bryant and the Situation Changers. I'm gonna be doing a show with him in November out in Cleveland. Tickets is on sale. Go check out my Facebook page, and should be an ad with a promo code and all that shit to get a discount and all that. So oh, and if anybody is in the, I'm not exactly sure. I think it's maybe masculine area, Akron area. I don't know. Look up the Funny Stop in Ohio, Cleveland area. If you're not doing anything, November 7th, there's a benefit going on at the Funny Stop for a friend of mine. He's actually a friend to a lot of the comedy community around here. Um, Blake Townsend. Uh, he's having some health issues, and his friends all got together and they're throwing this benefit for him. So come and check him out. Check out the comedy. Donate a couple funds. Uh, Blake is in a bad way. Uh, he is a perfect example of um, what I hate about our immigration system. Blake is an American, born here, raised here, a white American at that, since people like to throw race into the mix. Um, and he has some severe health issues, and he's having a hard time. I mean, he works, but it's nothing special. He's having a hard time getting Medicaid or getting any kind of government help. He's put in his time. He's spent his dollars. He's paid his taxes. He's done everything he was supposed to do. And he can't get medical? But yet all these illegals are coming across the fucking border and y'all giving them every goddamn thing. Medical, license, job, schooling. Y'all kicking out veterans to put these fucking people in here. But my boy can't get no kind of medical or nothing. Fuck this administration. I'm gonna just say that off the rip. I'm probably gonna say that quite a few more times before the end of this blunt, let alone the end of this show. Talk my blunt out. So before we get into all the bullshit that's going on uh, with our government and all these overseas wars, because we are at war. We are at World War III, people. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it fucking twisted. You know, the media is trying to cover it up as much as they can. Don't get it twisted. We are at war, and it's all been orchestrated. You know, this is my personal feelings, but I put two and two together, and it ain't that new math. I got old math. I come up with four. You know, but before we get to that nonsense, I come across a news article that's really kind of chopping my ass. Um, in New Jersey, let me get it. The headline is: Superintendent cancels Halloween, bans costumes in schools, citing DEI and potential harm to students' dignity. Halloween. So it goes on. Let's see. I'll just read the fucking article. It ain't that long. A New Jersey school district canceled official school-wide Halloween celebrations, citing its diversity, equity, and inclusion values, and purported potential for the festival to be offensive to people from various cultures and religious backgrounds. Are you fucking shitting me? Really? Look, man, most of this shit is for kids. And these kids don't know you're stupid fucking race baiting. You know, you keep trying to make things equitable and inclusive, and you start separating people out. And once you start separating people out to include everybody, you're actually segregating people. So you're turning the clock back for fucking decades of hard work, blood, sweat, and tears that all these civil rights people fucking put in. That's what I don't get about this CRT shit or this Black Lives Matter shit. People have fought and fought and fought for equality. People have fought and fought and fought to be included. Just for you dumb fucks to be like, no, we don't want to be included. We want to be our own separate entity. Dr. King would be flipping in his fucking grave right now. It goes on to say Dr. Roland G. Taylor, the superintendent of the South Orange and Maple School District, they call it SOMSD, sent a letter to families on October 6th explaining why any Halloween celebrations in the district will have to be held after school hours. It says, as you know, SMOSD, whatever the fuck, is committed to promoting diversity, equality, and inclusion meaningfully, not just saying the words, but also promoting an inclusive school. Our aim is to build a consistent approach across the district as to how our schools observe and celebrate holidays and special events. Each year, questions arise from families, students, and staff about SOMSD schools, what they will be doing regarding Halloween. Why? Let the fucking kids dress up and have a good. This ain't about you fucking old people. Or you semi old people. It ain't even that. It's these liberal fucking snowflakes. These are kids. So you're starting them off racist? You're starting them off telling them you can't be this because of that? What the fuck happened to our America? You know, I never even understood the being pissed off about blackface. You got mimes, that's whiteface, that ain't racist? No! Because it's a fucking parody. So where was we at? The district reflected on the following questions. Is promoting school-sponsored Halloween activities creating indirect and unintentional financial hardships for the students or families? Really? Because I grew up poor. I grew up, I grew up in the fucking projects. If we didn't have the money to fucking, go and buy a costume, we made our costumes at home. Some of the best costumes kids ever had were made at home. Financial hardship, really? Do school sponsored Halloween activities violate the dignity of some of our students and families? either culturally or religiously. It's a pagan holiday to begin with. The day before is a religious holiday, All Hallows Eve. The day after is supposed to be Halloween, the Witch's Day, whatever. For you uneducated fucks out here, the costumes didn't represent evil. They didn't represent bad doing or hate of any kind. They were to deter demons, to deter evil spirits. Does the promotion of school sponsored Halloween activities create tensions with the equity and access values of SOMSD? The superintendent's letter continued. Ultimately, it is determined that I know this may make some uncomfortable and elicit some challenges across our community. However, in the end, I feel these recommendations align with SOMSD's commitment to building equality. How? He was an asshole. He was an asshole. I'm going to say it from the bottom of my heart. You's an asshole. Fucking equality. Give me a fucking break. Oh, what is racist that Godzilla and Mothra be in the same fucking street? Or can't Michael Myers and Jason walk down the same road together? Uh, oh, what Tinkerbell and Snow White can't be on the same? Where's the inequity? Where who's looking at race in a fucking Halloween costume? The fuck are you people doing? This is the greatest shit, though. Listen up, because it goes from one pagan ritual to another, though. Check this shit out. On the district's website, another release stated principals were surveyed on whether school sponsored Halloween celebrations should continue or be replaced with a festival focused on autumn. Oh, you mean the harvest festivals? Oh, another pagan ritual, which they used to sacrifice people to have a good harvest. You know, Christmas was one of them type of deals too, right? Christmas wasn't about Jesus or the birth of the Savior. It was about drunkenness and partying for a whole fucking week. Getting hammered and having sex because you had a good harvest. All of us realize that this breaks with what the districts have usually done, and that can be a difficult thing to do sometimes. This is Dr. Kevin Gilbert, Assistant Superintendent of Access and Equity, said often working to instill greater equity in our district begins with recognizing that we cannot do what we have always done, but with this decision, we are taking a step closer to upholding our community access to equity values. There you go. Your kids can't dress up for Halloween in school, but they could dress up like a girl or a boy if they're different genders. They could pretend that they're girls or boys, and that's okay. That's gender equality. They could dress like cats and dogs and have litter boxes put in school. That's equality. But fuck if your granddaughter or your child dresses like Lilo or Stitch. Fuck if Scooby Doo or Jason or anybody else or any Disney character. Fuck if they fucking go to school in a costume and have a parade. And if y'all didn't hear that, that's what's going on in America right now. That ain't from this thing behind me. That's literally from the green screen, my backyard, the shooting and shit. And I did live in a good neighborhood once upon a time. So now they're going to do themed events. So they're probably, next we're going to hear they're not going to do Christmas. Now, if they take Hanukkah out of there, they're really going to be fucked because of all the shit that's going on now overseas. We still going to get to that. But what about the Orthodox? When I was growing up, we got a lot of Greek Orthodox in the town that I grew up in. What about them? They got their own Easter. They got their own Christmas. What about that? This is fucking ridiculous. You know how to make equality? You know how to make equity? You put things the way they fucking were. The only way you're better than anybody else is if you worked harder, you did something better, you proved yourself better. Don't matter about your color of your fucking skin. And for y'all fucking minorities and people with too much fucking melanin in your skin, give up the victim mentality already. And for the self-hating, guilt-ridden white folks, you're fucking pitiful. You make the situation worse. Pandering never got anybody anywhere. There's one fucking race. It's the human race. Some people treat others like shit and vice versa. But to start grouping people in just, this is just history rewriting itself all over again. All over again. Same old shit. Same old shit. Fucking equity in schools over goddamn Halloween. That's fucking ridiculous. So you're telling me we can have a Black Little Mermaid on Netflix, but we can't have a Black Little Mermaid in the school? Oh, y'all don't want to think about it like that now. But again, you're allowed to have some weirdo in a fucking dress go in your schools and read them babies in fucking storybooks. These kids I bet you these kids are allowed to go to them school. These are them litter box kids. That's okay though. So, Yahoo News. Israel releases a captured Hamas militant saying the group has offered 10,000 and an apartment for each hostage that they take in Gaza. Y'all still defending these bitches? Y'all still defending Hamas? I ain't even gonna call them by their real name. And you got these these snowflakes out here bitching and moaning about shit that's happened fucking years ago, like it happened yesterday. Well, you know what? Even if it did happen yesterday, it ain't none of our fucking business. I did find something real interesting though about everything that's going on in the litter box. So these people over in the litter box are known for being hot-headed, for being rash, and for one strike, you get struck. But Israel hasn't done anything yet. They've been talking a lot of shit. They throwing their little bombs, their little missiles here and there, but they ain't hit no ground invasion yet. Yet. It's been like what, week, little over a week now. Steady running their mouth, like damn near warning these people that we're coming, so go hide. You know, the people that the hostages that they did release already talked about the spider webs of tunnels under that place. You really think the idiots who the pieces of shit who fucking orchestrated this are even in Gaza right now? No. They did their things and they got the fuck out. They got a bunch of pawns out there. Best believe they got their pawns, their little pawn soldiers here and there, the ones that don't mean shit, the lowest of on the totem pole. They'll be there. But you ain't getting none of the big leagues. You ain't gonna do nothing but wipe out civilians, wipe out, you know. I mean, honestly, look, call it what you will, wipe them the fuck out. You know, this is like a cancer in the Middle East. And what happens to a cancer when you keep trying to treat it? It might go away for a little bit, but then it comes back and it comes back stronger. Or it might pop up in another little place. Or it might pop up in a fucking Hezbollah, ISIS, whatever the fuck you want to call Hamas. Just wipe them the fuck out. What are you waiting on? What are you waiting on? I know what the fuck. At least I think I know what the fuck everybody waiting on. This shit is orchestrated. I don't believe Israel's in control at all at this point. At all. Because let's look at some of the stuff that led us up to this point. Last administration, Donald Trump brokered peace in the Middle East. He got a Nobel Peace Prize for peace in the Middle East. All but like 2 countries. They were all aligned. And the 2 countries that didn't want to play ball were economically fucking starved. Now we got these new dumb fucks in here. The first thing that happens, well, all the people that don't like us, all the enemies, all the ones who did not join the peace treaty, whatever the fuck, was brokered, we gave them an army. Well, we didn't give them the soldiers, but we gave them the weaponry. But we told our people, the media told our people that, oh no, none of these guns, none of any of this weaponry, no computers, no bases, no helicopters, no planes, no jeeps, none of that will be operational. As our soldiers were evacuating, trying to get out, they were flying our helicopters, hanging fucking people overhead. So now they got the weaponry. But you say, well, they still got to buy ammo. They got to buy gas. They got to have money. They're economically, dead. So then the first lump of money gets dropped off there on a pallet in the middle of the night. Y'all don't remember that? Oh, we released money that belonged to them. Wait a minute. Don't shit belong to them. This whole rules of engagement and rules of war shit it never really fathomed with me. I really don't understand that. How are you going to tell somebody how to kill somebody? How is one death better than another death? I mean, if you really want to play that game, you could fucking, totally dismiss the Nazis. Because a gas chamber is a lot better than slaughtering people with swords on the backs of camels or strapping a bomb to a little kid. The rules of engagement bullshit needs to fucking stop already. If you are at war, you are at fucking war. There are no rules. So we dumped off that first bit of money. Then right before all this shit popped off, this administration dumped off another 7 billion, 7 million released. Swore up and down that it was going to be used for humanitarian aid. When these people laughed in his face and said, they already said they were using it for whatever the fuck, and it was to Iran. The people who are funding Hamas, Hezbollah, ISIS, Taliban, whatever the fuck you want to call them. So now they got the weaponry, they got the soldiers, and they got the fucking money. Where did it all come from? See, in the midst of all this, as this was all playing out, this administration cut off our oil production. Not only did it cut off our oil production, it fucking slammed down on oil leases and natural gas leases, which they swear up and down they didn't. But look at the fuck up. Yes, they did. So now we have to beg for oil. From where? The only producers is the litter box, not the Jews or Russia. Can't go to Venezuela. Venezuela sold all their shit to Russia a long time ago. That's why we couldn't flip the whole regime change back in the day. That shit's owned by Russia. They gave Russia their gold mines to take their oil because the oil was so abundant that it was fucking polluting their water. You could get 20 gallons of gas for $5, but you can't get a loaf of bread. That's why Maduro didn't fucking get booted. So now we're looking at all this. And now more and more is coming out about how the corruption with Ukraine and Russia. So now we isolated ourselves off there too. This don't seem shady to you? We got these fuckers coming up through the south of the border now. Don't seem shady to you that this administration's leaving our borders open, leaving our energy production null and void. We are in debt, but yet still giving away money. This don't seem planned. Sure as fuck seems planned to me. And with all 20-something shell companies under Big Daddy Joe's fucking ass, who's getting rich? Who's getting rich? There was another article that I came across. A Ukrainian soldier came here to the White House to talk to Congress, I guess. See if I can find it here. Headline: Ukrainian soldier went to Washington to explain the war. He says American politicians don't realize much of the funding actually stays in the United States. Where's the fucking money? Well, he's just, in order for us to help Israel right now, we have to send more money to Ukraine, and we got to send money over to Taiwan. Who, again, China is dipped their toe in the fucking in the whole mix. And if we go back in history, we see old Dirty Joe got ties to China too. So he's tied to Ukraine, he's tied to China, he's forcibly tied to Iran. And you guys are saying Donald Trump is corrupt? Look, Democrats, you stepped on your dick. Quit trying to defend the motherfucker. This war didn't need to happen over in fucking in the litter box. But you know what? We need to step the fuck back and let fucking Israel wipe them fucking people off the planet. Just like we need to step the fuck out of the Ukraine and let Putin do what Putin do. That ain't none of our goddamn business. We didn't have no interest in the litter box before Biden. We had no need for the litter box oil. No need. No oil, no gas. The only thing, I remember articles when Obama was there, fucking, they had our soldiers guarding opium fields. There was no need for us to be in the litter box. None. Oh, what, we got bioweapon labs? And don't give me this, that's debunked bullshit. I seen the documentaries before we were even in war with Ukraine or whatever. Before Russia and all that. Before any of that. I watched the documentaries on the fucking biolabs and the chemical fucking labs that are in the Ukraine that Russia did not want that close to their borders. But we insisted on, funding them, and it's our shit too. The people were complaining about the smell in the air. Zelensky ain't even in the Ukraine now, always showing up in his little sweater and his fatigues like he's a soldier. Bitch, you are a soap opera fucking actor. Now you playing the role of your life. Big military hero. No, the fuck, you're not. Because what did they do? They implemented a Nazi regime. Fucking look into it. And we're supporting this. Fucking supporting it. Countries that say fuck America, death to Americans. Yeah, let's give them $7 billion fucking dollars. And then got the nerve to ask for more. I was kind of leery on this whole Republican GOP, the House, the Speaker, the House, whatever. I lean conservative, if y'all didn't figure that out. But if you got it in the news constantly, all the Republicans got to get their house together. Republicans, they don't know what they're doing. They can't even get a speaker. They can't do this. They can't do that. And I was almost buying into it for a quick minute. Then I stepped back and looked at it. That was the fucking smartest thing Matt Gaetz could have done. I would really like to know if he had some insider information or whatever that let him know that this shit was gonna go on in a litter box. Because what Matt Gaetz did by fucking up the whole hearing and all that shit and having McCarthy booted, he delayed anything getting sent over to the litter box. Couldn't nothing get sent, couldn't nothing get done, couldn't nothing get fucking taken care of until the House had a speaker. So that rush to start dumping money into some shit we got no business in got delayed for a while. Let's see. What else we got in here? All right. So yeah, here's another one. FBI received criminal information from over 40 confidential sources about Joe and Hunter's shadinesses. And that comes from Grassley. Russia launched its biggest attack in months. We haven't heard about that. Here's something, and this is a Republican dumb fuck. A Republican too, a Washington state senator, figures fucking Washington state, another bunch of fucking snowflakes. Washington state senator arrested after landing in Hong Kong, China, with an unregistered gun. You stupid fuck. Unless your last name is Biden, you ain't doing shit like that. You supposed to have guards and all that around you with pistols and all that. The fuck is wrong with you? Here's a little bit of levity. Florida man allegedly threatened to shoot someone at CVS unless given all the bottles of Viagra. Who was you fucking? All of them? All the bottles of Viagra. You know, if your dick stay hard longer than 6 hours, you got to show that off to the world. You know that, right? So, supposedly, Joe Biden was all gung ho about Israel doing their thing. So now there's a new headline from the Associated Press. Biden condemns retaliatory attack by Israel, by Israeli settlers against Palestinians in the West Bank. Will somebody shut him the fuck up? Please, somebody shut him the fuck up. That man speaks nothing but fucking gibberish every time he opens his fucking mouth. And it's a play. It's a play. Everybody thinks that, you know, he's an old man. He's incompetent. He's feeble, this and that. No, the fuck he's not. That motherfucker's coherent. He knows what the fuck is going on. And he's playing that fucking old man role like a fucking flute. You know, best believe if something ain't done about this shit, look, see? I done pissed the algorithm off. If something's not done about this shit soon, that motherfucker and the rest of his dopehead family are gonna ride right off into the sunset. And 5, 10 years from now, you'll be like, oh, well, you were right. Oh, we found this out. Why is it gotta be that long? It ain't that hard to say you stepped on your dick. No, but Joe Biden worried about Trump's threatening him now. You know, Trump said something about popping fucking Joe Biden in the mouth or in the nose or something like that. That's a threat. But yet that old fuck was out talking about, oh, I wish I could have taken Trump behind the bleachers and beat his ass. Let me remind the world something. Just as this just shows my age. I remember when Donald Trump was in wrestling. I remember when Donald Trump stole cold stunnered Vince McMahon. All right. Now we all know wrestling ain't real per se, but there's a lot of athleticism. There's a lot of moves. There's a lot of shit that is real that we take for granted. And best believe, old Donnie J would have beat the fuck out of Biden, and I still think he would. Mm. Oh, the fuck, gross. Zero sugar. Oh, Jesus, God, that was disgusting. Tastes like lemon and water and a little bit of ass. Ugh. So I am late. I am 9 minutes late, but we started about 4 minutes early, so we're just gonna call that girl math. Mm. Ugh. So what else we got here to talk about? Oh, there was something under here. Something under here. I remember. So here's something that the mainstream media uh ain't letting out. New findings, new reports, and I'm sure there's gonna be somebody saying, "Oh well, this and that and this and that, and it's all gonna be a race thing again." But Chauvin didn't kill Floyd. I'ma just say it. Y'all can hate me if you fucking want. Derek Chauvin did not kill George Floyd. And it's now proven. And the lady who did the autopsy or whatever, did the report, caught hell because she kept saying that, look, this is what he died from. And they kept saying, no, no, no. And she's actually suing her boss for forcing her to say so. That's how it came out. It came out because the lady is suing her boss for forcing her to say some shit. He died of overdose. It had nothing to do with the knee to the neck. I ain't saying that what he did was right. I ain't saying that the whole situation was right. I'm just saying Derek Chauvin did not kill George Floyd. Simple as that. Now I'm sure there's gonna be the people out there saying, "Oh well, they're just saying that now, but that's white people saying that, and there's this and that." Facts are facts. Facts are fucking facts. If you knew the facts that led up to him being up under that knee, I'm sure somebody would kick his ass too. Um, and this is why. Let's see. Yeah, we just gonna leave that there because I ain't gonna. I already seen little lights and shit on my computer already bleeping and blooping. I'm surprised they let me on this long. Um, what else we got on here? Oh, see, now they're talking about. Now they just got the Speaker of the House name is Mike Johnson. If you don't know, and he's a they say a staunch Louisiana conservative, but I highly doubt it if the Democrats backed him. I kind of liked what he did when he first became uh, temporary speaker. They should have just left him there to begin with. That's why I say I'm hoping that this was kind of a power play. But this cat, he was pretty much talking about his wife giving him a blowjob in his speech. And he tried to cover it up with some old praying churchy bullshit. He was talking about his wife giving him a blowjob. I gotta admit that was kind of gangster. I gotta give it to you, bro. Kind of gangster. All right, so what else we got here? Someone shot a spear through a sea turtle's head in the Keys. Fuck you, whoever fucking did that, you piece of shit. Just let me get that out there. What else we got here? Ah, here's one. Here's one for you guys. Um, Florida man says, or Florida man, woman accused of slashing man's throat, tossing him over bridge during a date, deputies said. All right, first of all, who is this? WOFL, Florida. Y'all need to learn how to fucking write, get an editor, get something that didn't even sound right, me saying it. What started out as a seemingly ordinary dinner date between a man and a woman he met on social media. Boom! Keep your asses off of Tinder. Now, I ain't saying that that's the fucking social media thing, but oh no, that would have said dating site. So this is Twatter or fucking sex or the book. Um, Unraveled into a throat slashing robbery that escalated into him being thrown over a bridge by an Escambia County duo. Natalie Fonseca and Nafis Reynolds were arrested and charged with attempted murder, armed carjacking, armed robbery, and kidnapping after an incident that unfolded this week in Escambia County. It all started when a man met Fonseca on social media and agreed to have dinner and hang out with her, deputies said. During their unorthodox date, the man went to Fonseca's house where she introduced him to her uncle Reynolds. It wasn't long before the three of them ended up in a car together to take a ride to the man's house, deputies said. Upon leaving, Fonseca and Reynolds both hit the man several times, telling him he was going to die. The duo allegedly robbed the man of his shoes, his phone, his money, and his car. Then they took turns cutting his throat before throwing him over a bridge rail into the Escambia River. Fonseca and Reynolds drove away in the man's car and that they allegedly stole. Deputies found the car on US 98 West after it was set on fire. The man, however, was able to survive the throat cutting and the fall from the bridge. Look, first of all, I feel like there's some shit missing out of this story. Because either this dude was really gullible or this was a fuck date and somebody was taking somebody to go get some dope or whatever. That's what it kind of seems like, at least around where I come from. You just don't go from eating dinner over to the chick house, then you meet some dude at the chick house, and all of a sudden y'all three going for a ride, and then now you fuck. Um, yeah, this sounded like some shit that that To Catch a Predator dude should have been at or something like that. I don't know for sure, but yeah, they're arrested. They got arrested, charged with attempted murder, armed carjacking, robbery, kidnapping. Um, And the chick looked young too. Yeah, the dude looked. They both young. How the fuck they even think that this was that dude's motherfucker or that chick's fucking uncle? She was possession of marijuana, drug equipment, kidnapping. Nah, they was in possession of a lot more than that. Give me marijuana. Don't slice nobody's throat over no fucking weed. What the fuck? Holy shit. But we worried about over the bullshit in the sandbox. What else we got over here? And they still fucking with Trump. If y'all ain't noticed, because I know that the legacy media like putting it out there that all these people pled guilty on Trump's side and this and that on Trump indictment. They did not plead guilty to the shit they were indicted for. Look it all up. Look it all up. And Sidney Powell, the first one, said that she was coerced into taking whatever deal after she signed the deal or whatever. She said she was coerced and that there was interference in the election. She's still stating it. She's staying true. She never turned on Trump. She never talked no shit. None of that. Next two people they went there, same fucking thing. They both pled guilty to some other bullshit. There ain't no fucking time. There ain't no, I think they got a little fine or whatever. That's about it. So don't you they keep trying to push that Trump they going after Trump or somebody flipping on Trump. I mean, the worst that has happened so far is Michael Cohen's lying bitch ass went up there and was trying to say that Trump was telling him to inflate what his shit is worth. They said Mar-a-Lago was only worth 18 or was it $18 million? Maybe that. The fucking the parking lot of Mar-a-Lago is worth more than that. Just Donald Trump's name on one of them buildings adds God knows how many millions of dollars. Even now. Bunch of bullshit. Bunch of bullshit. So we're gonna end on this. European Parliament wants to supply the Ukraine with almost 150 armored vehicles confiscated by the EU. So they pretty much they're giving them dope dealer cars. Um, Confiscated in the attempts to illegally import them from Libya. So this is where Europe is fucking up. France, Paris, Europe is having an energy crisis now because they try to jump on the old Dirty Joe bandwagon. We're going to do everything green. Not only are we going to do everything green, but we're going to say fuck Russia because that's where we get our fucking oil because we're going to do everything green. Now they're freezing. And now they want to send more confiscated weaponry over there. So I wonder where this weaponry is going to end up. Because they try to debunk, and it was real. Don't get it twisted. They try to debunk American guns over in the litter box and Hamas and all that got sold to them from the Ukrainians. They try to cover that shit up. We got guns that got sold by our government back in the Obama days of Fast and the Furious that those never showed up. But yet we're supposed to be going to give them more money. So I'm just wondering where is Hummus going to end up with these tanks? I ain't gonna be. I believe Tuesday is Halloween. Happy Halloween, everybody. Um, I don't know if I'm going to be performing next Wednesday or Full Bet with Full House Show. If I'm not performing, I'll be on here. Um, y'all be safe. Let your kids dress up. Let them be fucking kids. No matter what color they are. Let them be fucking kids. If your little black son want to dress up like a white man, let him dress up like a white man. If your little white kid want to dress up like a black girl, whatever the fuck, you let them dress up the way they fucking want to. It's Halloween. They're kids. God damn it. All this equity shit, but best believe you bitches are gonna be eating turkey next month. Y'all gonna be celebrating around the dinner table Thanksgiving thanks to all them Indians we fucking slaughtered. Y'all be good to each other. Leave them damn kids alone. It's your boy Marco from Upside Down Studios. I'm out.